Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I am live from 194 in Miss Straza's room. Where some friends are here with me. Um, I am here just quickly to talk about the trip tomorrow. A few things before. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. I know it's not easy sometimes to sit for a long assembly, and the chairs in the auditorium aren't the most comfortable, but I appreciate how attentive you were for our guest speaker today. As I was sharing with the students here with me in 194, I found myself captivated by her family story. And sometimes you don't hear the survivor stories of the Holocaust. You hear a lot of the awful things. And to see the hope, and that was like a reoccurring word that Ms. Jacobs kept using, but the hope that her dad had when he came to the country and he started his new life here. And it just really makes you think that, like, just gotta rise above. And like sometimes things, I always think of the saying, like, you have to play the cards you're dealt. So like think of a card game and you have playing Uno and you're dealt those cards. Those are the cards you play with in the game. You don't get new cards. So he just had a beautiful life out of a horrible situation. So thank you for being attentive and listening. And I hope that you think about that as we go into this trip tomorrow, and even as you start in ELA, to think about Anne Frank and her diary. So just a couple things about tomorrow. I shared right now a list via email with teachers. This is the 96 or 7 of you that are going. Everyone is coming up to ask me, am I set? Am I set? I have to say to you guys, this being our first real big trip, you guys need to get better about handling deadlines and your responsibilities. Some of you, your parents filled out the permission slip, but you didn't do the question. Some people did the question, but the parents didn't fill out the permission slip. Some people are walking up to me in the hallway yesterday going, is it too late? Can I go? We can't do this for the next trip. Like, handle your business, take care of what you need to take care of, have your check in with your family to make sure they took care of the permission piece, so that leading up to the next trip, we're not scrambling at the last minute. I still have one student that I have to touch base with because the parent filled out permission slip. So please make sure in the future we don't wait till the last minute and we're not doing this, what they kind of call a song and a dance about who's going, who's not going. So after this quick StreamYard, I'll be done in a minute or two. The teachers will go through the list and like literally read it if you have to. And if you are not on that list and you think you should be on that list, then you're going to come down to my office, because I'll walk down there after I'm done, and you can meet me there and we can have a discussion why. There were some friends that were originally on the list that are not on the list because they failed a quarter 2 class. So those are the things that I say all the time, that you have to handle your business in the building to be able to go on the trips. Tomorrow morning, if you're going, you need to be here at 7 a.m. I know that is early, but there's a good solid chance that it will take us 2 hours or more to get to the lower area of Manhattan that we need to go. And our first reservation in the museum is at 10 a.m. So think about, if we leave here at 7:30 and it takes 2.5 hours, that's 10 a.m. So we really need to be there on time. So 7 a.m., we're leaving at 7:30. If you are late, I will leave without you. I won't call you. I won't wait for you because we have a reservation. You need to make sure you have a winter coat because we will have to potentially do a little walking into the building. You will have sneakers. No one will wear slides or Crocs to get onto the bus. And I would just say dress appropriately. Like, don't wear a t-shirt because it's 5 degrees outside. And then you can bring a bottle of water. You can bring some snacks for the bus, and you're going to bring a lunch. In your snacks and your lunch, you are not allowed to bring anything with nuts. We have some peers, classmates that have some severe allergies, and they, like, even the smell of it is enough to trigger a reaction to that. So let's not bring anything with nuts. And the group that I'm going to talk about in a second, Voices of Hope, that is helping us with this whole thing, actually is bringing some snacks for us too, which is a really nice thing that they didn't have to do. So 7 a.m., dress for cold weather, snacks and drinks. And I would also say make sure you have the snack for like the way home too. Some of you like eat your last meal, like you're eating your last meal all the way down and you eat all your food and then you're hungry on the way home. And we're taking relatively new buses, so I would recommend bringing a charger. And just remember, as always, as I say, for all our trips, we're not responsible if you lose an AirPod, a phone, or anything like that. So make sure you have your belongings there. You don't need any money because we're not stopping anywhere where you would purchase anything. And then we'll go from there. Just a quick note about the Voices of Hope group. I think you're aware, and maybe you haven't like connected the dots, but the reason the trip is free for you guys is because the Voices of Hope paid all the bills. It was thousands of dollars for the 2 coach buses, a lot, like $10 or $15 a person for the ticket to the museum, and they paid for everything. With that in mind, they came today. They were part of the organization. I'm sure you saw some more than Miss Jacobs in the front. They will be joining us on the trip tomorrow. I can't stress to you the importance of how you're conducting yourselves in terms of your behavior, your language, and your just overall demeanor. We are going to be going through the museum. There may be other people there that are physically, emotionally, it's heavy material. Like Holocaust is very like serious. I just need you to keep in mind that the expectation around your behavior is that you're conducting yourself in a mature way. You need to be very mindful about all of the things that come out of your mouth. The people from like I said, the agency are watching, are listening. We don't want to say anything that would be putting Westrox in a position that wouldn't represent us in the best light. So that just keep that on mind too. They will be on the bus with us as well. So we expect that the behavior on the bus is appropriate. Okay. We also will be asking you to engage in watching a movie on the way down about the Holocaust. So we'll have that on the bus. And then Friday, we're going to do as a whole grade, the people who went and the people based on the assembly, some reflection about the visit, the presentation, and we'll talk more. And then I think you guys are wrapping up Outsiders close to the end if you haven't finished already. And then, like I said this morning, Diary of Anne Frank is what is up next. So I know some of you may be disappointed because you're not attending and you thought you could. Just keep in mind our next field trip is in April. It's the 21st. It's to Hamilton. It's like, again, to New York City. People have already started to bring in money and permission slips and do that stuff. So again, do not wait till the last minute, and you could start doing that now. There's also a fundraiser that's out now, a calendar that we can do to offset some of the costs because it's super expensive. And I think that's it from me. I'm excited to go tomorrow. I'm looking forward to a great day. I think you guys are going to be moved by hearing what you heard today, plus seeing what you're going to see on top of that. And I think it's also going to be a great learning opportunity and give you a lot of new perspectives. So looking forward to it. Again, 7 a.m. It's going to be very, very cold tomorrow, just as it was today. Coat, sneakers, dressed appropriately. Feel free to bring, you can have your phone. I will say that you have to go through security at the museum. So we're not bringing in backpacks. We're not bringing like blankets and all that nonsense on the bus. You're free to bring a book or, your AirPods and your phone. I would encourage you not to bring money or anything of value. Okay. So I'm going to walk down to my office to be available for questions. I don't see very many in the chat at all. Again, teachers, please go over that list right now. And if students have questions about why am I not on the list? I thought I was going, and whatever the case may be, please direct them down to me at my office. Have a great day, everybody.